everyone, welcome to Travel Gems. This is Julie. Thank you for tuning in. It's about 30 degrees. I could be wrong on that. Could be cooler, could be warmer. I don't know what the temperature is. I spent the night in Kittery and I believe the lowest temperature was 30 degrees overnight. I had my electric blanket, had no issues with being too cold. And this morning I just stopped off for some coffee, which tastes like sludge. So I believe what I'm gonna do today is make it my mission to start a search for some good coffee. I believe in my last video I mentioned Static Van Camperman, who is a coffee connoisseur of sorts. He loves coffee. Every video that I've seen so far, he's been drinking coffee or mentioning coffee or shopping for coffee. And in one of his videos, he mentioned that he likes light roast coffee. So I'm not sure that I've ever had light roast coffee. In my last video, I did stop at Stew Leonard's in Connecticut, and I sort of raced through the coffee section. I got overwhelmed because they were all different kinds of flavors, and one's from Colombia, one's from, I don't know where these coffees come from, but I'm gonna try to start a search for some light roast coffee. It's not that I hate D&D. It's just that sometimes their coffee tastes burnt, or maybe it's not burnt, maybe it's just the way it tastes. I don't know where their coffee beans come from. Ever since this Static Camper guy spoke of how much he likes light roast, I'm thinking I want to try it. I'm on Route 1 in Kittery, Maine, and this highway in the summer is so packed that you, especially if you're south of Portland, it can take you all day to get up the highway. He let me go. That was nice. Right now there's no traffic, but in the summertime it is very difficult to get up this highway. Here's a store called Yummy's on the left, and Yummy's is a candy store. They have a lot of candy from the 1950s, 60s, 70s, I don't know, old candy that you don't see around anymore. There's a lot of outlets here. Brooks Brothers, Nike, J. Crew. There's the McDonald's. This main road sort of reminds me of the Berlin Turnpike in Connecticut. And up ahead, there's Bob's Clam Hut. If you like seafood, they have everything. Fried food, boiled food, baked food, everything. They're a little pricey, but they're up here on the right, Bob's Clam Hut, and then right next door to Bob's Clam Hut is Kittery Trading Post. And I go to Kittery Trading Post a lot, and I stay overnight in their parking lot. The only requirement that they have is that you check in with staff right at the front entrance and let them know that you're going to be staying overnight. They will get your license plate, they look at your license, your name, your phone number, just so that if anything happens, they can contact you. But I stayed here last night, and I just, like I said, went down the street to get some coffee, which tastes like sludge. And so now I'm on a mission to find some light roast coffee. Maybe that's what I've been missing in life. We'll see. I'm gonna park over here in the back. I don't ever have to worry about finding my vehicle because it's visible for a very long distance. This store is 2 levels. And again, I have to be very careful about how I move my camera around and try to move it more slowly. Oh, if I can find some nice light roast coffee, I might have to get a new mug to go with my light roast. Okay, good morning. Do you sell coffee here?
We do. It's right here.
Oh, perfect.
That's one option there, and then we also have these smaller ones.
Perfect. Thank you.
For
Thank
one
you so
shot.
much.
You're very welcome.
Ground coffee. It doesn't say if it's light. Tea. I don't like tea. Maple tea. Good grief. Gourmet ground coffee. Now this is from Ethiopia. I've had Colombian coffee many years ago and it was really good. I don't know if it was light roast or dark roast, of course, but I do remember that it was I think it was called Giacomo. This is Moose Brew, ground coffee beans, Ethiopian and Sumatra. Well, that's not very helpful. I think I'm gonna have to go to California and find that static camper guy and ask him, get some more information from him on where to find light roast. Now, where did she say? This isn't, oh, here it is. Dark roast. Medium roast. Well, how about that? I see some Wild Island light roast ground coffee. It's $13. It's from Arabica. Should I try it? Light roast. What else do they have here? Rocky Coast, Bloody Mary, Shipwreck. Oh boy. This store is just full of knickknacks and gosh, where do you start? Christmas ornaments. I feel like I'm in Stu Leonard's again, but this stuff, there's more of a variety here. Stu Leonard's does have some t-shirts and hoodies. Stu Leonard's big focus is food items, and this place is kind of got an LL Bean feel to it, but there are the foods in the front and ornaments and souvenirs. Well, there's a lot here. Look at these hats, good grief. Does that have ears on it? This hat has ears on it. Wolf critter cap. I'm not going to go upstairs. I've been to the second level before, and the second level has a lot of camping and fishing gear and sporting goods. This level here, the first level, is more clothing and souvenirs and snack items. Outback. They have a lot of name brands in here that are not necessarily Kittery Trading Post. For example, they have North Face. Helly Hansen. That's a popular one. One of my favorites is Patagonia, and they do sell Patagonia. Look at the animal on the wall over there. Oh no, it's not even on the wall. It's freestanding. And it's been taxidermied, and it's enormous. You'll definitely see a lot of this in Maine. Shoes, boots, slippers, socks. And they have some more critters up on the wall. They have a lower level. That means this store is 3 levels. Over here they sell all different kinds of flavors of fudge, and it smells delectable. They have some Keurig coffee cups, and does that say chocolate orange? I believe it does. Chocolate orange. Oh my gosh, yum. candy. These are the kind of candies that you might see at that store, Yummies. Although these aren't that old, but there's licorice. These, I really like these. These are not the circus peanuts. These are orange slices. The circus peanuts I could do without forever and I'd be happy. But those orange slices are really good. They have these popular Stanley mugs. Oh, these Stanley mugs, I just bought my daughter one for $80. Why is this $35 when I paid $80? Some more Helly Hansen hoodies. And some more critters. Look at this guy. What's he doing? Probably staying away from this guy. I don't blame him.
Up until like the last 3 months. Yeah, I feel like I'm back. Well, that's gonna be it.
Okay, well, I thought this was going to be a long search for light roast coffee, but it looks like I got it in just my first attempt. So I'll let you know how I like the light roast. Want to try some light roast? Here it is. So normally what I drink is Juan Valdez coffee. Juan Valdez. And this is what it looks like. I may have mentioned it before. And I get it at Walmart. It's instant coffee. So I just get my gas one stove out and I have my tea kettle that I normally, here I'll show you. I normally just put this on my cooked stove, my cooktop stove, and heat some water in here. Use the Juan Valdez. Take a spoonful of Juan Valdez, pour the hot coffee over it, some cream, and I'm good to go. And I love it. And I don't know, it doesn't say if it's medium roast. It just says the coffee from Colombian growers. Well, they're not from Ethiopia. And then we've got these people over here from Arabia or Guatemala, not Arabia. Okay, so usually what I do is I drink the instant Juan Valdez from Colombia. I heat my water, get a spoonful of this, put in some cream, and I'm good to go. And I love it. I have no problem with it. But I really want to know what this light roast coffee is. So let's give it a try. So since this is not instant, what I'm going to do is I have a coffee maker. It's not a Mr. Coffee. I don't know what name brand it is. I'm sure it's from either Walmart or Amazon, but this is what it looks like. And I'm going to plug it into my Jackery, heat the water up in this little, I don't even know how to use this, so this should be interesting. So I'm going to plug this guy in, or maybe I shouldn't plug it in just yet. Well, will that stay? How about if I take this mirror out of the way and put that over there? I have these little coffee filters and they look like they're way too small for the coffee pot, but I'm only going to make 1 cup, one for me. I'll make 2 cups, one for me and one for you. But these little coffee filters are just tiny, like you would use in a Keurig or something. I'm not sure. So we're going to try it out. I don't think the coffee beans are going to come flying out. So if I just put a teaspoon or 2 in here, it should hold it okay. And I've never used this before, but I'm assuming the coffee filter goes right in the center of this little cup. And then let me get a spoon out so I can spoon out some coffee. I don't even know how to open the package. It feels like there's one of those twisties. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to open this? How do I open the bag? Maybe if I just... I have an idea. I have some scissors in here. So, oh, here they are. there's a little twisty that goes all the way along the length of that. So I'm going to cut above that like this. And hopefully I don't cut the twisty. All right. It smells pretty good. It smells good. And I will, oops, this is rocking. I don't want this to fall over. I'm gonna go like that. Pour some coffee in. I hope I'm doing this right. I don't know how to make coffee that's not instant. So this should be fun. Okay, should I just put 1 teaspoon? Or how about a teaspoon and a half? Does it matter? This kind of looks like freeze-dried coffee, but I don't think it is. It says Maincraft roasted light roast ground coffee. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. And how does this twisty thing work? I don't know how to work this. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So what if I went like this and then put a little clip? I'll put a clip on and I can just clip it closed. I don't have a clip right now, do I? I don't see one. I'll get a clip for that. So I put some coffee grounds in this little tiny itsy bitsy Keurig. I don't need the Juan Valdez today. Well, I might. If I don't like the light roast, I might have to do Juan Valdez, but that's okay. I like Juan Valdez. I need some water. So I'm going to take this and fill it with some water. Should I go up to 2 cups? That's the lowest line. I'll do 2 cups. And I think I need to pour the water in this back. Is this silly? Am I the only one? Am I the only one that doesn't know how to make coffee that isn't instant? Does the water go in this back chamber? All right, well, I hope I did that right. And then this, how does the water get in there? Am I supposed to keep this cover open? This thing right here, does that stay open? Like that? Well, that looks silly. I'll try it because I don't, there's a little tiny hole. Look at the size of this hole. How is that going to collect the coffee? Am I doing something wrong? I don't understand this. You know what? I'm going to keep the cover open. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. And how does this thing close? Oh, it was caught in my magnet. Okay. I have my Jackery on. Now, how do I turn this thing on? Don't tell me oh. Wait a minute. Is it the button that says on? I'll try. So now, how do I know if, like, what's happening? I don't. Do I just wait? Oh. Oh my gosh, I can already hear the water boiling. That was quick. So while that's boiling, I want to see if I can find a clamp for the bag. I don't know that I have one. I don't want to leave it just open like that because it'll get stale. I do have a clamp. Good. It's supposed to be a magnet. I think this side is magnetic. But there's a clamp on it, so I can clamp this closed like that. And I'll need a coffee cup. I don't normally put sugar in my coffee, but I do like to have cream, a little bit of cream. So, heavy whipping cream. And I'll put, for 1 cup, I'll probably put like 3 teaspoons. Water, cream, coffee. Okay, we're looking good. It's boiling, so that must be a good thing. This is my little mirror that I just keep here. Do my makeup and stuff. So what I want to know is, how does the water get from that canister into here? There must... I don't want to touch it. I'm afraid I'm going to break it. But the light's on, so that's a good thing. And I just plugged it into my Jackery, and we'll see what happens. How much wattage is this thing using? My Jackery says that the output is 562 watts. So that means I could use my Jackery for 3 hours just from, then it would lose power from just from cooking with this. So this might not be a very handy thing to use. I can't believe it's taking 563 watts. Yeah, because it says it has 1.4 hours left. So the Jackery that I have is a 1500. I'm down 63%. So just over half of that. So maybe I'm at 800. And if this is using 562 watts, if this is using 562 watts, that means I would have about an hour and a half. And then my Jackery would need to be recharged. So I don't know. I wonder if I can get freeze-dried light roast ground coffee. Natural flavor, notes of cherry, honey, and orange. Interesting. This is 100% Arabica, am I pronouncing that wrong? Probably. Coffee, made by Wildlife Coffee Company in Bangor, Maine. Certified organic. Well, at least it doesn't have potassium citrate or sorbate or yellow number 5 or 6 or 4. So at least this is making noise. So I think it's working. I hope it's working. I wonder if I'm supposed to have the cover on this. I'm just going to leave it the way it is because that hole looks really tiny. Isn't there supposed to be some water in here though? I don't know. I'll give it another couple of minutes because I really don't know what I'm doing. So we'll try. That's all we can do is try. I'm excited. I thought this was going to be a long, drawn-out search for light roast. I've never even heard of light roast. I don't know. I wonder how medium roast is then, because there was dark roast, medium roast, and light roast. So how's the medium roast? And what's the difference? What determines light roast versus dark roast? Are the beans roasted longer? I don't know. We'll find out. Oh, here we go. I was supposed to have the cover closed, I guess. I didn't know I was supposed to have the cover closed. And now I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but there is some, looks like coffee coming out into the glass container. But I put in 2 cups, so how come I only have 1 cup in here? Should I put some more water in? Makes a funny creaking sound when you open this. Okay, let's see. it smells good, but it just smells like normal coffee to me. Am I making more of a big deal out of this than it really is? I think that sounds like it's done. I'm going to unplug that because I don't want to wear out my Jackery. All right, can I just take this out? Or should I put another cup underneath? Here comes the test. Okay. Teaspoon. Ooh, this is wet. This is wet underneath. That's a problem. Okay. 3 teaspoons of heavy whipping cream. Maybe 4. This might be too hot, but let me just try it. I don't know. It just tastes sort of milder. Is that what the difference is? Is light roast more mild than dark roast? Is that the only difference? It's good. It is good. I'm not sure if it's better than Juan Valdez. I'm not sure if I would chase Static Camper Van across the country for another shot at light roast, but it's not bad. Well, it's not bad, so I'm not going to throw it out. I'll keep it and try it again. Maybe I put too much cream in it and I can't really tell the difference. I'll try again. But I'm glad that I got to try light roast. It's better than the sludge that I had earlier. It's, in my opinion, not as good as Juan Valdez, but it's also not freeze-dried coffee. It's ground coffee beans, and I would give it a thumbs up. Well, our mission for light roast coffee is complete. Thanks for stopping by. Peace out.